Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name is Louie. I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. Today I am unsleeving a collection, big collection. I hope you'll see a video on it later this week. I want to take some time, though, and pretend you are a friend hanging out here with me and talk about the current state of the TCG industry and how crazy some of the prices have gone. I want to the goal of this video is to try to help you understand the question, should you be buying or selling right now in this crazy, what is seemingly a bull market for TCGs at the tail end of this year. Now, first off, if you hate talk about the market for TCGs, this might not be the video for you, but I would challenge you that this industry is so much bigger than just a game. There are so many businesses involved and so much business involved in the industry. It is a large industry. And so I would challenge you that there are a lot of things to talk about. One of my favorite things about this business is that you can mix your hobby, and your hobby isn't worthless at the end of it. When you go to sell your collection, like this guy is doing, your cards have value, and it's a cool thing. So this is a little challenge to you if you hate the business side. I challenge you to stick around and talk about it. But we are very much in, obviously, kind of a bull market for the TCGs right now. Across the board, everything is pumping. Crypto, you've got even the stock market's doing good. But boxes are selling across the board for sets and Pokemon, Magic, even some of the indie TCGs and smaller TCGs are doing pretty good. You've got some ups and downs across the market, but for the large part, things are going pretty well. So what do you do, and what am I doing? And here's the thing. I think it's really easy to get involved in the hype, and it's really easy to get involved in buying everything because everybody else is buying everything, and you're seeing your friends pull crazy cards, and it's really easy to get involved in the hype. But one of the things I've realized over the last 3 years is that the best way to handle any of this stuff is to try to casually do the opposite of what everybody's doing. And so for the 2 years that we have been in a non-bull market, the end of the pandemic until 6 months ago, we've been buying. I've been buying stuff like crazy. You've seen me buy collections. You haven't seen, but I've been buying sealed product from distro like crazy. We have been investing in stock and inventory and whatever for the last 2 years. That's been a huge part of what I have done, because while everybody is doing one thing, you have to pivot and do the other thing. And so I don't want to just tell you that the best thing to do right now is sell, because I do think that there are some really great products coming out. I think there's some really exciting sets coming out for Pokemon, for Magic the Gathering. I think that's why the number one reason that things are doing well, in my opinion, is because the sets have been so good. Foundations was a really, really, really good product. It was a really, really good set. Bloomberg, a really, really good product, a really, really good set. Even Duskmore, a good product, a good set. That's why it's being successful. It's not that the market has shifted that much. I mean, that's part of it. But it's also just a good product. Looking at Surging Sparks, you have, they changed the pull rates. It's a better product because the pull rates are more difficult. We saw that in the Sword and Shield era when the chases are hard to pull, Pokemon people like it. So it's not as much about the industry or the money flow. It is a lot about things actually just being good products, and you shouldn't miss out on that. You shouldn't, in my opinion, not buy things right now because everybody's buying things, because what you would be doing would be missing out on really good products. But what you see happen all the time in this industry is that people way over exaggerate how good things are. And so when you start seeing products that aren't good products, things that are inherently not great, pumping, that things that people don't like are going crazy, in my opinion, that's the time when you're like, oh, okay, that's when I'm going to start selling some of those things because it's an opportunity. That opportunity will not exist in a year and a half when we are in a bear market and you can't sell anything because nobody's buying anything. The opportunity to sell some of those lesser products won't exist. So what I've been doing, and you know, I've been very clear on the channel that we sold a bunch of stuff on Black Friday. We sold a good chunk of a lot of the inventory that we sat on, a lot of the inventory that we picked up. We sold a bunch of stuff because for the first time you can sell that stuff at what is a profit, what is a win. And so wherever you find yourself in this industry, whether you're just a collector or a player or you do invest, just remember that if you just follow the trends, you miss out on some of the opportunities that shouldn't exist. There shouldn't be existing opportunities to sell some of what were pretty failed products in the past. And this is where having a knowledge of those products really helps to be able to say what was a good product in 2023. What was a really good... Murders at Karlov Manor was not a good product. It's not a good one. It's not a good thing. And so to be like abstract about it and be able to say, okay, I'm going to move and sell those things, I think is really important. And so, yeah. And then the other thing I want to talk about is that the excitement that I'm seeing from the Pokemon side, this is really weird, is not about current product, it's about future product. And this is really interesting. This is like, in my opinion, the most bullish case for Pokemon is that a lot of the people involved in the 2021 hype went away because they had to work again, their kids went back to school. All of a sudden, you know, you had the Scarlet and Violet era, which wasn't that exciting. Nobody really knew the Pokemon. And then they announced the Rocket set. And then they announced the Gym Heroes, kind of revisiting set. And all of a sudden, all those people started listening again. And the first set that came out when those people started listening again was Surging Sparks. And then they went back and they said, oh man, those sets haven't come out for a while. I'm going to buy some Surging Sparks. And I'm going to buy some of the old product. And they are more excited for the future sets than they are the current sets. Whereas with Magic, I see a lot of people who are excited for Bloomborough and a lot of people who are excited for Foundations, maybe not as much for Foundations. But the excitement level in the future, I don't see it. I mean, I think people are interested in the Marvel stuff, but nobody really understands what the Marvel stuff's going to be yet. They're interested for the Final Fantasy stuff, for sure. But the other products in 2025, I don't see a huge excitement for. It's going to be a really interesting... Magic in 2025 is going to be really interesting. Pokemon in 2025, I think, is literally free money. Like, if you can get product, I mean, the allocations are crazy. Literally, though, it is like everybody is involved in Pokemon in 2025. It's going to be crazy. All the sets are, I mean, people are asking me already to pre-order the Team Rocket set. We don't even know what products it is. We don't even know what it is. We don't even, like, the people who are coming out of the woodwork who think that I owe them a pre-order on something after they spent 2 years not involved in it at all. It's wild. It's wild. People coming out of nowhere, guys. Nowhere. People are coming out of nowhere to order products that don't even exist yet because there's that level of excitement for the Pokemon sets in 2025. And so this video is really aiming to answer this question. Should you be buying or should you be selling? The answer is you should be doing both. And you shouldn't just be buying right now. If you are just buying into the hype and buying into the YouTube excitement of, the bull market of whatever, you're making the same mistake I made in the bull market in 2021, where I lost my shirt on a lot of, indie TCGs and that kind of stuff. You have to play both sides of this. You have to be actively buying and selling. And this is where you can really, I think at the end of the day, if you want my advice for what is the best thing to invest in 2025, the best thing to invest in 2025 is yourself. The best thing, this industry has changed. It is not 2016 anymore. You can't just buy sealed product. That is not the way to make money in this industry. The industry is now all about the person, the personality, the people involved. It's about relationships. It's about being able to have a way to, if you want to invest in the bull market of 2024, 2025, invest in starting a Whatnot stream. Invest in starting a branded, Instagram channel where you show off really cool cards and then you also link it to your eBay account. Invest in creating content that allows you to have an audience to sell and to be involved in this industry and buy and sell and be involved in both sides of it. Because that is the way the industry is changing. That is the biggest thing. I mean, I think it's so wild. If you think that sitting on sealed product, go do the math. Go do the math when you buy sealed product and you sell it on TCG Player. And you sell it and you pay shipping and fees. You've got to make a 30% profit on most of the stuff. You got to make a 30% profit before you break even selling that product. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's not just about that. You've got to invest in yourself. And so use this bull market to sell some of that stuff that you've been holding and to use that money to invest in creating something that invests in yourself and allows you to experience the bull market in a different way. Create content, create whatever that is that you think you can do. I don't know, that pivoted, I guess. But anyway, I'm buying, I'm selling, I'm doing everything. I am really, really looking forward to 2025. I think across the board, there's good stuff. Pokemon, for one, though, it's insane. We may have to start talking about Pokemon on the channel because it's crazy. So have yourselves a great day. Be kind to the people around you. Let me know what you think in the comment section.